Hi, my name is Nicole Harrington from Berkshire CBT Services, and I'm a clinical psychologist, and I wanted to just take some time to talk to you a little bit about managing difficult emotions during this time of severe stress during the coronavirus crisis. And the first thing I want to talk about is managing stress in your physical body. Lots of us are finding ourselves a whole lot more revved up and anxious these days. And, that's actually really normal. We are very, very good primates. And so, like all good primates, when we're under threat, when we're under stress, our bodies respond. And we have what most people know as an adrenaline response or a fight or flight response. And so, what that means in our bodies is that our hearts pound and our hands can sweat, and we might feel a little off balance, we might feel a little nauseous, and just on high alert a lot of the time. And the first thing to know is that that's actually biologically completely normal. That's what our bodies are designed to do. It keeps us safe in the world. It keeps me, if I step off the sidewalk and there's a car coming toward me, I'll get out of the way because I have this really excellent primate brain. And so when we're under threat or danger, mostly that's a very helpful thing to have. The problem is that with those responses, our attentional field can get really narrow. We can start to really look for these responses all the time, and that is what makes us different from other primates. So other primates, after the threat or the danger starts to subside, they actually lower their adrenaline level pretty quickly. They go back to eating, mating, playing, sleeping, whatever it is that zebras do. Our brains are a little more evolved than that in some good ways, but also in a way that can be problematic in times like these. So what it means is that we stay on high alert and we keep getting reactivated. It's almost like our brain says, oh, is the lion still there? Is it hiding in the bushes? Is it still hungry? Does it have friends? So we don't let ourselves get kind of back down to a comfortable place and stay there. We keep going back up to that high alert space. And that's what leads us to this sort of wound, bound, agitated feeling all the time. And so what I wanted to really talk about briefly is just something you can do about that. Lots of us are walking around feeling that way these days. And what we know about the adrenaline response is that there are a couple of things that help it calm down more quickly. And the most important one and the easiest one is how we breathe. So when we're under threat or pressure, we change how we breathe. We either hold our breath because we want to freeze, because then the lion won't see us. Or we subtly hyperventilate. That's sort of like how we run, right? Now, most of us don't do that when we're anxious, but we might sigh, we might yawn. We do things that take our breathing kind of out of balance. That's not dangerous. It's not going to harm you. This panic response isn't going to cause you a heart attack or make you go crazy, but it's not particularly comfortable. And so one of the things we can do pretty easily is change how we're breathing as a way of moderating how we affect our anxiety. So one of the things I'd like to try with you is simply paying attention to how we breathe. So what I want you to try is put one hand here and one hand here. I'm going to do it partly because visually then you can see me breathe, and it's kind of nice to give yourself a little hug sometimes. All I want you to try with me is breathing into your hands. We're going to do this 5 times, and what I really want you to do is see if you can make your breathing as even as you can make it. So for example, in, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. In, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. 4, 2, 3, out, 2, 3. And 5, 2, 3, and out, 2, 3. Now, this isn't going to magically make all your anxiety go away. But if you start to be more aware of how often you're holding your breath, or how often you're panting or yawning, and if in those moments you can just pause and try and even out your breathing a little bit. It doesn't have to be particularly slow or even particularly deep. We really just think about making it more even on the inhale and the exhale as a way of calming our physiology and kind of signaling our brain to tone down the adrenaline, that we don't need it so much right now. I hope this is helpful to you. I hope these are skills you might be able to use in a kind of a daily way. And again, I thank you for your time. My name is Nicole Harrington. Take good care of yourself.